This year's new holiday releases contain something for everyone. First in the lineup is an elementary original solo containing everything a kid wants. Easy music, fun lyrics, an improvisation section even, and an almost taboo subject about peeking in the presents. It's really fun and we've already received a lot of rave reviews about it. Phyllis has already introduced it to her student and he says, "I love it, it is fantastic, it is so fun." And Phyllis says he really enjoys the improvisation part because he can make it different every single time.
Underneath the tree I see a present there for me. I get a bit excited, bit delighted, bit confused and undecided. Should I shake or should I peek?
Students move their right hand up on each line, keeping them from getting stuck in a position.
No one's perfect, no, not really thinking so. It's kinda silly, how could it be all that bad to shake the present just a tad? So should I shake or should I peek or move the wrapping just a tweak?
The student only uses G's to improvise, making improvising easy and not intimidating.
Underneath the tree there's still a present there for me. Ha!
We've never had a What Child Is This arrangement at the elementary to late elementary level. And this year I'm thrilled to release this. What's especially helpful about this is that you get two versions with your purchase. One without dotted quarter notes and one with dotted quarter notes. So there's never any question. If you want the student to play the dotted quarter notes, you show them the score with it. If you don't mind the student playing without dotted quarter notes, then they get to see only that. They don't have to do some kind of switcheroo in their head like some arrangements have them do. Included are all the pedal markings because we don't want the late elementary student to wonder when to pedal and when not to pedal. They have enough to worry about as it is. There's an optional repeat, so if a student needs to make it longer, they know how to do that. And then there's a really full sound in the chorus. Most arrangements of Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy start right in with the melody. And there's nothing really special about it because it's just the melody. But this arrangement actually has a special intro and a special ending. And even those spaces between the notes where there's normally rests, where the student kind of feels like it's a little bit sparse sounding and easy sounding, those are actually filled in with left-hand notes to make it a much fuller, more satisfying sound. We Three Kings in this arrangement is intertwined with the Arabian Dance. There's a pedal point that runs throughout it. It even changes keys after one setting of the verse for a new pedal point, but that pedal point is consistent. The rhythm in the left hand is consistent. So it's actually fairly easy once you get the rhythm to just be consistent all the way through, but that pedal point holds on to people's interest, and then finally, when you release the pedal point in the middle of the chorus, it just has this big celebratory effect. next piece is an elementary arrangement of In the Bleak Midwinter. And in this particular piece, it's sort of written in the style of the In Beautiful Places series that students that are mature or teens or adults are really enjoying. In this particular piece, any hand position change, which only changes by one note, are indicated with a circle around the finger number. And so a student knows that they actually have to do something a little different with their hand instead of just looking at the finger numbers as cues. There's also an optional repeat so that students can make it longer if they want to. We also now have an early intermediate arrangement of What Child Is This?, which has hints of Carol of the Bells in it. It has pedaling notated throughout, so you don't have to second guess where that is. And then the second verse is very, very similar to the first, only played an octave lower with a few embellishments. So it's not difficult to learn a long piece. It just seems like a long piece. It fits beautifully under the hands. There's hardly more than just a fifth in either hand, and so students even with small hands can play this easily. This last arrangement, which is my absolute favorite of all of these pieces, is an arrangement that has been going through my head for literally 25 years. I have long imagined Joy to the World and Trépak together, but I've never sat down to go through and really work on making sure it works together and hash it out and to really, really do the work on developing it. But this year was the year. I'm so excited because it's especially playable. Amanda did the last minute proofing for me, and she she said she couldn't stop playing it. She said she played it 6 times because it was just so fun and easy to play, falls under the hands very nicely. Also that last part, dun 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 dun, the part that we get lost in sometimes because it's so long, it is shortened to make it a little bit more easier, not quite as exhausting, and also there's a little ritardando that you can add at the end to make sure that you nail those last 2 celebratory chords. You can get this bundle of all 7 pieces at a special price from Compose Create. Thanks so much for your interest and thanks for watching.